What's up, everyone? Adrian Morrison here. I want to welcome you to the Profit Power Hour. I also want to start out by apologizing if the sound quality and everything isn't as good. I'm on my laptop. I'm getting my webcam on right now as I pop a Red Bull. What's up? I'm in a awful lighting. There's clearly some stuff missing behind me. I'm in a cutoff shirt, and I'm dead smack in the middle of a move. So tonight's webinar is going to be a little bit shorter. I'm in between moving houses in Florida. We just got a different house with a better yard for our son. And as you can see, I'm like sweaty. The movers couldn't even complete the job today. So we're really behind. And half of my house is here, which I'm in my old house, and the other half is down the street at the new house. So I came over here because I saw my desk is still here, but like if you just were to take a look around, this is my office. This is what my desk is getting ready to be packed. And legit, I got like mattresses in my kitchen and stuff. Look at this. So yeah, but no matter what, I always want to get on here, unless I'm sick, I'm ill, or I'm stuck somewhere with no internet. Like I don't miss these. So I just told my wife, hey, look, I know where I'm packing all these boxes. I know that the movers that moved us in kind of left us hanging a little bit here. They like, it is what it is. They just didn't do a lot of what we asked. And in many cases, you could just see they were tired, frustrated. So I kind of felt bad to ask them to do the stuff that I had already asked to be done that they were forgetting. Just uncomfortable, So I was like, you know what? I'll just hire a different moving crew tomorrow and I'll just pay more money and I'll have more people come back and finish out the job because these two are exhausted. And that's not an easy job, like it's not easy. So, they were very tired. We're all tired. But this webinar is not about my move. It's about e-commerce. And if you're new to the Profit Power Hour, typically I'm in my office with all my lighting and stuff. Again, you can see like one of my lights is like right there, that thing right there. And that's my monitor right there that I'm usually on. Kind of light everything up. I like to give you all like a high quality experience on these streams. So we get on here and I basically just I teach you how to do e-commerce. I teach you how to find products, do product research, and all sorts of great things. Clearly tonight I'm in dismay and disoriented and exhausted. So if this is your first one, this is not really typical. It's just was the only day, and no matter what, on Tuesdays I show up. So look, let's go over the housekeeping rules, right? Let's go over the intro, and then we'll kind of get to what's going on here, okay? So what we have on the screen here is our welcome screen, and if you don't have a Shopify store yet, you can get a free Shopify store build using our AI software, which is at profitph.com/free store. Now, this software will build your store. It will load products on there for you, connect you to Zendrop, which is our top recommended dropship vendor, and it'll get you going, right? You'll make tweaks in the future and things like that, but this will get you going. Below that are our recommended vendors. So you got Pillar Profits, you got Shine On, Zendrop, CJ Dropshipping. There are other great vendors out there. However, these are the ones that I feel comfortable recommending to you. If I haven't actually like gone through and tried different vendors, I'm not going to recommend them. So, a lot of people recommend vendors because they get affiliate commissions. And I love affiliate commissions, right? Like there's nothing wrong with getting a referral commission. But like I ain't recommending vendors that I haven't done my due diligence with for a commission. So, people ask why I'm not finding new vendors and why I'm not recommending new vendors. And the reason is because I feel like these four are all that you need, right? Especially getting started. The Pillar Profits gives you the ability to tap into print on demand from Chinese vendors with express shipping at very cheap prices. Shine On lets you do jewelry among various other awesome things like engraved watches from the US. Zendrop is a US based company with boots on the ground and factories all over the world. And CJ Dropshipping is just a cleaner version of AliExpress with more accurate, in my opinion, shipping times and whatnot. So those are the vendors there. And what we did last week is we talked about a software that we're going to release. And if you want to learn more about that, it's not released yet, but you can go to your Access Adrian account at accessadrian.com. Access me, okay? Scroll down and then click on Profit Power Hour under courses, my courses, and software. And when you do that, it's going to open up a members area here that has all of our trainings that we've ever done. Well, it doesn't go back to 2014, but we do go back to 2016. 2014, 2015 is totally irrelevant. 2016, believe it or not, there's some legit stuff I taught in 2016 that's still applicable to today. So, we've been doing these a long time, but you can go look at 2024s and you can look at this video from, last week where I kind of introduce and go over a software that we've been building. It's like a hub where you can see my office is much nicer there, but you can kind of see us go through this software, find products, and I kind of go over what I do for product research. We will be releasing this product in the next week or two. I thought maybe we would release it this week, but clearly tonight's not a good night to release it. And we're actually adding a really cool feature to it. We don't know how long before it's ready, but we're going to integrate ChatGPT into it with done for you prompts that will essentially write ads for you, which is really, really cool. So this software is called Signal Boost. Now, on these webinars, like this is not a webinar series where you come on, you get pitched, and we just sell stuff. I don't think I've sold anything on this webinar in 2 years, maybe at least bare minimum a year. So this is not a webinar series full of sales pitches. Yeah, I don't think I sold anything last year. I don't even think I did my BFCM blitz last year. Yeah, I didn't. So it's been well over a year, okay? So for those of you that are new, I don't want you to think that, hey, I'm getting on this webinar, they're gonna just sell me stuff. No, that's not what we do. As a matter of fact, I buy all the tools and I use them on this webinar series for you for free every week. So you get to just kind of tap into some of these things. But I have been developing something for 2 years and I will release it. I have been demoing it for months. And it's something that will change the game for many of you. It really will. So, we'll talk about that when the time is right. If you want it, epic. If you don't, it's fine. Like, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? So typically what we do is we go over product research strategies. We log into Facebook and we go over some Facebook targeting. And last week, what I did is I kind of talked a little bit about the resources that I use when it comes to, you know, starting on a blank canvas, because many of you in here are in fact starting on a blank canvas. And you're like, okay, I have my store, but what do I start advertising? Like where do I begin? And so I've always really on this webinar focused on product research and targeting. You got your store, right? You can put all sorts of cool apps on your store. But how do you do research to find potential winning products? And then how do you get hot traffic with targeted potential buyers to those products? Well, this is typically what we do. We would go through a list of hobbies, which used to be on Wikipedia, that randomly disappeared. I don't know where the heck it went. It's just gone. And it was like one of my top resources. I recompiled it, put it in Signal Boost, but you know, it took me forever to recompile this list through like a gazillion screenshots. Then we go to Google Trends and we verify if the niche or the product is in high demand. We also use a tool that's roughly $300 or so a month. I misquoted last week, 1,200 bucks a year. It's actually more than that. But I was asking my girl, my developer, how much this other tool was, and she said it was like 200 bucks, 300 bucks a month, depending on what plan you get. Like the top tier plan was like 300 a month, which is very costly. And I don't know, I pay for it. I just, you know, look, when you're doing research and you're using tools in your business and you're expecting to get a return from those tools, it's not necessarily magic. It doesn't guarantee you're going to get a return. But when you expect, right, for the value to supersede that of the cost in your business, you don't really pay as much attention to the expenses unless they're like a very big expense. Like for me, you know, a tool that costs a couple $100 a month that pulls sales stats from Amazon and snipes out hot products for me is a nominal price to pay, because I know how much time and money I would spend testing products and researching products without this one tool, right? Now I've built this tool in Signal Boost, so I don't really have to pay for it anymore. I'm still paying for it, but I don't have to pay for it anymore moving forward because we've got ours dialed in. We also look at TikTok. So we're going through TikTok and trying to figure out if the products and niches are viral on TikTok. TikTok Shop has blown up, which is now when you scroll through TikTok, yes, there are a lot of people dancing still. So there's a lot of, look, I'm here in this little beach town I live in, and I was sitting at the bar. It's got this big window that looks out at across the street into the ocean. And these two young girls, I don't know, they must have been 20, 19, something like that. I saw them and they set up their camera on the other side of the bar, okay? And I'm sitting here like this and I'm eating. And they're over here doing this and this and this dances. And I'm just like, wow, like the girls ain't got no shame. That's pretty awesome. They're just out here doing their thing. Hope it goes viral, you know? But TikTok used to be nothing but that. Now TikTok has an immense amount of creators that are promoting TikTok shopping, which means they're advertising products. This is good for various reasons. Number one is you got viral videos building, you know, desire and demand for these cool products that you can find, duplicate, and sell. So it's like they're doing the work for you, or a lot of the work for you, by building the demand for a product, because these creators are pushing and pushing and pushing different dropship products, and then you can swoop in and start advertising them, and people are like, oh, that's that thing I saw on TikTok, like that's that viral thing that I saw, we got to get one of those, right? So you got other people advertising in a sense and for you. They're not really advertising for you, but they're building awareness for a product that you're selling for you, which is a win for you. We also look at what other Shopify stores are selling the same items for. So what are other fellow entrepreneurs selling this product for. Like an example is this thing right here. It's an Apple Watch charger, and it's really great for being on the go because you don't get the wire and stuff. It plugs into my laptop. I put my Apple Watch on it. Oop, there it is. It's magnetic, and I can stick it right into a charger or right into my laptop, right? So like, what is someone else selling this for? And what kind of sales copy are they writing around this? So, we look at what other Shopify stores are doing. And then we look through other vendor APIs to see what top sellers are. So all of these things other than TikTok, I've built in to Signal Boost. And each and every week, you'll get to get on here. You'll get to witness me using the software. We'll find a niche. We'll find a product. We'll do research like we did last week. I think last week, as we were playing around with this, we discovered a weird little product in the knitting niche. So knitting is a very big niche, okay? As a matter of fact, if I come back over here to, see if I can get this to load. Come back over here to research. We can see that knitting has a boatload of searches. Look, this is the trends, okay, over the course of a year. We can see that knitting is getting roughly 49,000 searches, okay? So that's a lot of people searching for knitting. And if you're searching for knitting, you got to be passionate about knitting, right? Like, you don't just search for knitting because you're curious. You search for knitting because you're passionate about knitting. And then we found this random necklace here. Well, I mean, it's like a neck flashlight that I thought would be for reading, but a lot of people seem to use it for knitting, because on Amazon, for the term knitting, this pulls up as a top selling product doing $1 million+ a month. So, we find products that are winning. Then what we do is we start looking for ads. Okay, so we got the LED neck reading light. So what I could do is I could start going through ads. Now I can spy on TikTok ads, Instagram ads, and Facebook ads. And I can even type in keywords. Now this tool is in beta. We're building up our archives. We got a little ways to go on this, but this is a tool that typically you pay $200, $300 a month for elsewhere for TikTok and Facebook. But I could type in LED reading light and see if any ads come up for it. And right now in our archives, nothing just yet. But again, this is brand spanking new. So, as time goes on, we'll accumulate more ads. It's just it's a bit of a process. But what we're able to do is go through and we're able to just look at other people's ads, right? So we can see what's being advertised, how they're advertising it, are other people advertising this product, and it gives us inspiration. We can see how many views their ad has had, if it's a popular ad, meaning it's getting a lot of likes and comments and shares. We can, click on their ad like this one right here, and we can get all sorts of statistics for this ad and go check out their Shopify store. And we can see like exactly what they're selling, how they're selling it, so on and so forth. Other thing we like to do is just simply look at vendor APIs. And so we could look at, hey, what are the hot products that are selling on Shopify? What are hot products that are selling on Walmart, on Amazon, on AliExpress, on Etsy? It's taking some of these a minute to load, on eBay. So like if I come over here at Amazon, then you'll see like these random new products like this dog fence, spot on GPS dog fence collar. We've got, some of these things we won't be able to sell, like L'Oreal deodorant. We're not really going to be able to use that. So we're working on getting this tool to kind of X-nay big brand name things to show more dropship products. But as we scroll through, like this Cry Babies Newborn Coney, interactive baby doll with 20+ sounds. Okay, 21,000 impressions, so it's new. We could look at it, see exactly where it's being advertised on Amazon, what it says, what the reviews are, how many likes it has, so on and so forth. So there are a lot of different ways that we discover winning products. So if you get on here each and every week, then you'll see me go through this tool among many other tools that we use to do product research. But ultimately, it all starts with the list of hobbies. So I have a list of hobbies built in here that we've accumulated since Wikipedia got rid of all of theirs. And so we'll start at something like, I'll come in here. And I mean, this is a total off the cuff thing, totally off the cuff, but let's just try candy making, okay? So candy making is a weird niche. I mean, somebody that makes candy has got to really enjoy making candy. So we'll come over here to research. We're going to type in candy making. And look, I have no clue. I've never looked at this before. But just, I want you to see that weird niches have potential. So it's not always about advertising the hottest niche in the world that everybody's, pushing right now. You can find your way into weird little niches and find winning products in those niches that are very, very scalable. Now, is candy making one of those niches? I have no clue. We're about to find out. You can see here, it takes a bit for our software to pull data from the API. While it's doing that, I think my internet's just running slow too. But while it's doing that, we can look at Google Trends, which it'll pull up in a second. And that's the wrong tab. There we go. Okay. So we can look at Google Trends, which is still pulling, suggested terms, candy store near me, how to make hard candy. Not a boatload of searches for that, but let's look at some of these products. Thermo candy, Thames, Cosmo, what is this? These are actual candy bars. And it's making us, it's finding us stuff. As you can see, we've only pulled back a couple, but this is a edible candy making science kit, okay? So this edible candy making science kit for kids aged 12 is doing $36,000 a month on Amazon. Can we find a kids candy making kit? I don't know. Let's see. Candy making kit. Okay. Now, these aren't necessarily for kids, but look at this. This cotton candy machine. Okay. Dang, is that a $6,000 machine? Am I seeing this right? Oh, whoa. This thing is sick. Like, I don't know who's buying this, but that is awesome. I wouldn't pay $6,000 for it, but it is really cool. Let's keep looking. I'm not seeing anything out of the gate. Okay, so maybe candy making isn't, well, we could probably find something if we dug deeper. Let's see. It's still pulling some stuff. Nothing like that makes me really want to jump all over this. It's fine. Come back over here, hobbies, come over here, and maybe we find something else. Like, let's just say, I'm just kind of looking over soap making. Nah, maybe, who knows? Sketching, sculpting, sewing, tapestry, practical jokes, pole dancing. I think we'll probably veer away from that one for Facebook's terms and conditions. Magnet fishing. I ain't never even heard of magnet fishing, so I'm about to check what this is. So coming back over here to Signal Boost, research, magnet fishing. Oh, it's still searching for the other one, so I have to let it finish. But we would start looking for products in magnet fishing, right? And if we find a hot product, then we start going through the next couple of steps, which would be to, find it on TikTok and see if there's some really cool products under magnet fishing on TikTok. Look at Facebook ads, look at TikTok ads, see if we could find anything similar. Make sure that magnet fishing is trending on Google on a 50 score or plus, right? We go through all of the steps to find new and hot products. So I would be better suited to do that for y'all tonight, under most circumstances. But tonight, I don't have everything together. Um, I almost asked my brother to cover this webinar for me because we're dead smack in the middle of packing. But this is what we do each and every week. Now, a lot of people that have been watching these webinars have reached out to me and they've requested that I do research on different things. I'll start looking at, getting to some of those, but I really like to show y'all how I stumble upon really cool stuff. Like candy making was, I think, kind of bombed a little bit. But that's okay. Like everything that you search isn't going to lead to a big potential winner. So each week, get on here, and what we'll do is we'll go through this. I'll have it all planned out. Then we'll go through Facebook ads, just like we did with quilting, with knitting, with Valentine's Day, with Sudoku, with all the other niches that we've gone over. And then, of course, you will all have the ability to get this incredible software Signal Boost when we do our private community release, which will likely be next week. And it will only be available, to start on the Profit Power Hour. So just make sure that you're here live and you'll get the full demo of it. We'll have our developer on here. You'll have the opportunity to get into it and get a founder's account, which is a lot of really cool things, and no monthly fees, no annual fees, no recurring or subscription fees. It's just get the software, right? Instead of paying $300, $400 a month for all this other stuff. And you'll be literally have your one-stop shop to doing product research. Then you're just going to run ads. So we'll have built your store for you. We'll have a software for you that can legitimately like snipe out some of the hottest products and niches and like little known niches that not many people are competing in, because we're able to go through this process quickly and efficiently without wasting a bunch of time. Like I could see within 2 to 3 minutes, candy making is not probably something I want to spend much time on. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. And we can really run through it fast, which is necessary when you're building a business, is necessary when you're working an actual real job and you're trying to do this as a business on the side. You don't want to waste 2 to 3 hours a night doing product research, right? When you got home from work at 6 o'clock and you're exhausted and you got to eat, spend time with your family, relax a little bit. So time is money. And I think this will save a lot of time for all of you. So I'm sorry that tonight's webinar wasn't incredible. For those of you that have been with me, you love the webinars that we do every week. Like I get so much phenomenal feedback about how incredible these webinars are and how beneficial and how much they're helping people. Sorry about tonight. I really am just exhausted. I'm shocked that I even able to get on here and do this. I mean, I've been lifting stuff, moving stuff, sweating my butt off. The house is in dismay. Yeah. Anyways, not your problem, but this is my way to let you connect with me. So when you get on these webinars, you get to hear a little bit about my personal life as well, because I don't post on Instagram and stuff that much. All right, so be here next week. Signal Boost is probably going to be released, so you'll want to be here for that, whether you get it or you don't. You'll want to be here for that to see it, see the demos, benefit from the demos. And then again, each and every week, I'm going to be going through doing this stuff, and you just get the benefit from being here every week as I do research, as we find products. Last week, we found an epic product. This week, I didn't find anything, in the amount of time that I had. So I'll see you next Tuesday, 9 p.m. EST, here on the Profit Power Hour. I love you all. Wish me luck with this move. It's we're in over our heads here, I think. I think we're definitely in over our heads, but way bigger project than I thought. but we'll get it done, and I'll be here next Tuesday on the Profit Power Hour. All right, I'll see y'all then. Good night.